Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Manticore. It's a tier 10 British light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Pilsen, and this one is under the command of Cross of St. George. And he's going to have a rather interesting battle. Game started, but his guns dropped, so I suppose he's actually loading into the game. Yep, there we go, he's off. Well, this little light tank actually didn't exist. There was no prototypes, and it was only a blueprints tank. And we're getting a bit of lag here. Not sure why, but yes, it's a bit sticky to start with on this game. Okay, well, he is a light tank, which means he's got good camo on the move and stationary. And he's also got a 105mm gun, which has got 390 alpha, 248mm penetration with standard rounds. With the premium rounds, he'd go up to 268, but he doesn't like carrying premium rounds across the St. George. Now, he's going to actually meet a very interesting opponent in this game. Well, I think you can probably see who that opponent is right now, because there's a member of the enemy team in a T57 Heavy who is actually purple. But I'm not sure that's the one that we're actually concerned about. You see, there's also somebody in the game who is in an IS4, and he's anonymized. You can see him there at the moment. It says Cappy666. That's an anonymized name. Now, we know that now, but at the time we didn't know it. But he's actually the clan leader of, or commander of the Ideal clan. Yep. We've got a super unicum out there in an IS4, and he's anonymized to prevent people focusing on him. Now, the Manticore is, well, it's not a great tank. Originally it was known as the Chimera 1955. Oh, he just got a nice accurate shot there on the left of one. It was originally known as the Chimera 1955, but Wargaming changed the name so there wasn't any confusion with the other tank in the game called the Chimera. Okay, E50M comes around the corner. Nice shot into the side, high roll 405. But he was seen, and I think the reason he was seen was because there's guys on the railway line or nearby who actually were close enough to see him when he fired. Going for the E50 again. Didn't get that one in. He might have to leave this area. He was spotted again. The E50's dead. 60 TP got him. But a Jaegeru out in the open. Hello, Mr. Jaegeru. Well, he didn't pen that one. Okay, wasn't seen, so he can get another shot, but he's trying to go for the lower plate. Yeah, he might be able to get it, I don't know. He actually went for the tracks instead. He did get the tracks. I guess he's hoping that somebody else is going to hit that guy if he takes out the tracks. And he'll pick up damage assist. Oh, he was seen this time yet again, and I think again it's somebody on the railway line who's spotting him. Yeah, just not getting through that lower plate. Now, you only get 20 rounds in a Manticore. It's ridiculously low ammo load, and in fact the real Manticore actually had an auto-loader, would you believe it? He's trying to find a solution. He couldn't get a pen shot on the upper plate, and he seems to be failing with the lower plates as well. If only he had the premium ammo, he might have a lot more luck, but he's loaded none, and now he's going for the HE. Well, the Jaegeru is dead because the Leopard got him in the end. And he has picked up 3,110 hit points of damage assistance, so maybe actually most of those shots were helpful. Okay, he's on the move again. Now, we're watching out for that IS4, and I think he's actually over on the other side of the battlefield in the factory area. Remember, this is the Pilsen map, which of course is the site of the famous Skoda works, where they actually manufactured most of the Skoda tanks, including all the Hetzers and a lot of other tanks, including the Gorilla, the Tier 5 German SPG, and a lot of the Marders too. Now, this little tank is quite speedy, It's got a top speed of 68 kilometers now, not miles per hour. It'd be nice if it had miles per hour. So it can zoom about the battlefield relatively quickly. The gorilla's just been killed, and that makes it very, very useful. Oh, there's another Jaeger. Now you can see he's getting a green light this time round. Or he's got a yellow dot. This time round he was able to pen, but he was using HE. Well, not pen as such, but do some damage. Okay, the reload isn't particularly fast for this gun though. It's 13.42 by the book, and you can see that Cross the St George has actually got 12.79 as his reload time. So terribly long, and that makes the DPM on this gun very, very poor. Slow reload, but fairly decent alpha. Okay, we've got Conqueror gun carriage running. Should be able to hit that, and he does. And a nice amount of damage, a high roll for 413, and he's killed. But there's still a T100 LT somewhere in the vicinity. Oh, he's been spotted. He's over the other side of the map, actually helping his teammates. Now that IS-4 is still around, he's still in the game, and I think he's actually with that T-57 Heavy, or at least I think he might be. The T-57's name is Ein Gunner, and he is actually Unicum standard, or status. I think the other guy just anonymised himself because he felt, well, if I go into battle I'm just going to get focused on by everyone, and therefore I need to anonymise my name to avoid being shot at all the time. We'll reveal his name after the battle, but he is the top Unicum. Okay, the IS-4 is just around that corner. We can see that some of the enemy tanks are moving through. There he is. There's the Unicum. And the first shot didn't penetrate the screen, so he didn't get that one in. And he's had to duck into cover here to reload. He's pulling back out. There's the IS-4, just got the front of him. Oh, he didn't penetrate him again, and now he's only got the HE rounds to do some damage to this IS-4. He's just fired. Now, his reload is quite long as well, but this is where he can be a real pest. And he got a fire. RNG was kind. He did take a round from the IS-4, but the IS-4 is going to die. Yep, no. He's got no fire extinguisher and he just burns up. He's a bonfire. So he's just taken down one of the top players who was using premium consumables instead of a fire extinguisher. Otherwise he would have survived that. And now there's only the Object 277 around the corner, and he's just got wiped out, and that is the end of the game. So pretty wild ending there to the battle, but he got his Super Unicum in a bonfire. Here's the end of battle stats for that game, and yes, it was only a second class tanker for the Cross of St George in the Manticore. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. He spotted quite a bit more than that, as well as a arsonist because he set light to the IS-4 when he burned, and that was with an HE round, would you believe it? And got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruise the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in total. His win rate from that battle was 2,949. Let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get anywhere near the top damage. That actually went to the IS-4, would you believe it? No, not surprised really, because he is a top player. 5,891 hit points went to him, and the second highest damage in the game went to the IS-4 on our team, 4,505, followed by the T110E3 with 4,458. We can see the Cross of St George managed to get 2,364 hit points of damage in that game. When it came to kills, it was the IS-4 on our team and the Progetto and the T110E3 who all got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills to the Leopard, 60 TP, and you can see the Cross of St George only got 1 kill. And the IS-4 on the enemy team, he was their top scorer as well with 2 kills, but he shared it with the T-57 Heavy, who we also know is a very good player, but not anonymised, and the Object 277 as well. When it came to base XP, it was the IS4 on his team, on across the St George's team, who did the best with 1,152 by virtue of the damage that he did during that game. And across the St George was second with 967, mostly down to the combination of damage he did and the spotting assist as well. The third highest was the Leopard 1 with 952. He picked up a Confederate from that game. So 14 shots fired, 12 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 2 splash, damage of 2,364 hit points, of which 822 were at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit. It was a penetration. Yes, that was the IS-4 shot that hit him. Well, he was grappling with the guy at the time. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 kill, and 3,110 hit points of spotting assist. So you can see combined damage, yes, is quite good, and that's why he got a high base XP. On a free player count, he earned 33,903 credits, 16,952 from personal reserves, total of 50,855 credits. And even though the ammunition is expensive and he didn't use any premium ammo whatsoever, he still made a nice little profit, 31,039 credits. He got 7 bonds because this was a tier 10 game, and yes, he was a tier 10 in it. And he got 967 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, 484 for completing a mission, and 2,418 experience points altogether. And he actually titled this, "Haha, thanks RNG." Well, he was really pleased that he got that guy. I don't think he actually knew that that was a Super Unicum, but I think he could probably guess that it actually was. So who is he actually called? There you go. You can see it says that he's in the Ideal clan, and he is in the Ideal. As I said, he is their clan commander, and here's his identity. It was the Gaming Lion. He's got a personal rating on Wargaming of 11,630. His win 8 at this moment is 4,022, which puts him in the top percentile of players, a Super Unicum player by sure. And this guy's got 53,528 battles behind his under his belt. He is the clan commander for Ideal, which is one of the top clans, as you probably know, and so yes, it was quite a feather in the Cross of St George's cap to actually claim one. But it's actually quite nice when you do pick up somebody who's famous. Obviously, people do get focused on if they are a famous name and they go into battle and everyone can see them. I must admit, I've been in battle with Quickie Baby, but unfortunately on that occasion I was on his side, so I couldn't really claim his scalp. And I've also been on in a battle with Circon, and he was on the enemy team at the time, and I do remember seeing him, but I never really got a chance to actually hit him, even though I was in Arty at the time, because he was moving about so quickly all over the place. And that was a long time ago. It was over 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago actually, that I saw him in battle, but I haven't seen him since. It might be that he is anonymized, and that's why I haven't seen him at all. But we do know that there are other Super Unicums and streamers who actually do appear in battles, and quite a few What Arty Noobs members have come across some of them. And so it's actually quite nice when you do, and especially if you take one out. One of our members was in Arty and took out True Voodoo, the American community contributor stroke streamer, when he was running around the battlefield in one of his EBRs. And it was a pretty spectacular shot that took out that EBR, and another spectacular shot, the very next shot, took out another EBR on the battlefield. So that is in video if you want to visit our channel. But congratulations to Cross of St George for taking out a Super Unicum player, and doing it with a very bold move as well, going in there when he had, well, an IS-4, who did have had lost some hit points of damage, but he couldn't be sure that that IS-4 was not going to get another shot on him, and he was very lucky to get a fire. But that fire proved fatal for the Gaming Lion, and he claimed his scalp. So congratulations. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.